What's up, guys? Poledoo here. Welcome back to some more Valkyria Chronicles, episode number 3? No, 4. Yeah, I believe this is 4, because we did prologue in 1, and then chapter 1, 2. Yeah, I think this is 4. If not, the title of this video says different. Anyway, we're moving on to chapter 3 of Vassal Urban Warfare, with 1A being summons. So let's see what is going down here.
In March of 1935, the Empire began its invasion across Gallia's eastern border. Maximilian, commander of the Gallian invasion front, built his army around mobile armor. Ghirlandaio and the other fortresses along the border fell to his tanks in quick succession. Bruhl's fall in under 2 hours was typical of villages in the Empire's path, and the road to the capital bore a steady flow of refugees. Randgries, Gallia's capital, a town secure and stable since ancient times. Within its walls stood the castle Randgries, and within its unicorn spire resided Cordelia, Gallia's princess. Supporting Gallia's policy of neutrality was a system of universal conscription. Under it, all schools required military training each year. In the event of a war, citizens were then drafted into the militia to defend their country. As the conflict with the East grew worse, both Welkin and Alicia found themselves no exceptions to that fate.
So these are my new digs. Oh, my uniform. I should get changed before reporting in. Better get ready now. Flares, binoculars, a compass, and a map. Everything you need for a nice hike. Or combat.
Welkin? Can I come in?
Sure, it's open.
Oh, you're already changed too. Let's see. Not bad, not bad. You look good, actually. So, how about me? Do I look all right in this? Convincing?
Let's take a look. Yeah, you look fine. You wear it like a pro.
Really? You're not just saying that?
Of course not. You look tough. I like it.
Oh, good. I was worried it looked kind of silly.
No way. That plating on the back, it's like a coleopterate exoskeleton. Beetle-tastic.
Colio what? And did you just say beetle? Welkin? What kind of girl wants to hear that she looks like a bug?
Huh? Not just any bug. A rhinoceros beetle, king of the insects. Who wouldn't want that?
Uh-huh. I guess I'll just try to take that as a very Welkin sort of compliment.
Tell me about that scarf. You've been wearing it since I met you.
Oh, this? It's part of my uniform from the bakery.
Is that right?
I don't want to forget the time I spent busting my buns baking. I plan to keep wearing it until I can get back to manning the ovens again.
That's great. Once you do...
Is that a promise? Well, I'll be sure to have plenty of it ready and waiting for you.
Absolutely. Hey, if you're ready, we should probably go see the captain now.
Alright, so we got an introduction to Randgries. and all the different, like, not necessarily all the different things, but this is where we're gonna be. We drafted, boys. We drafted into the military, but we're going into Squad 7 is born. Squad 7 is the legendary squad of our tale that we are playing through. So let's see how they become.
Come in.
Excuse me, ma'am. Galleon Militia Enlistee Welkin Gunther, reporting for duty.
Ma'am, Galleon Militia Enlistee Alicia Melchiot, also reporting for duty.
I'm Captain Eleanor Varrot, commander of this regiment. Gunther, you're promoted to lieutenant. You'll be leader of Squad 7 now.
Ma'am.
Enlistee Melchiot, you're promoted to sergeant. You'll be under the lieutenant's command. Understood?
Ma'am!
What do you know? It is you. Nice coincidence, huh, Welkin?
Valdio? I had no idea that you'd enlisted.
Yeah. Now that there's a real war going on, I joined up. Pretty much all the officer and training boys are here just like you.
You know each other.
Yes, ma'am. We knew each other at university. Welcome was in science and I was in archaeology. And just look at us now. No archaeology or science. Looks like the two of us are studying war, I guess.
Looks that way. It's good to see you.
And you.
That'll be all for now. There's a strategy briefing later today. But you still have time. Time for you to catch up. You'll be spending a lot of time on the post and in Randgrees. They'll be your new home. So get to know them. That'll be all. Report back in time for the briefing. Until then, you're dismissed.
Alright, so Barracks. This is where we're going to be making our units better and picking our squad. So you can see there are three things that are not, like, in between our R&D facility and book mode. We don't have yet. We will get them in time, but we're gonna go down one at a time. Squad Barracks, and I'm pretty sure they kind of explain it as well. But we got Welkin, Alicia, Rosie, and Largo. Rosie and Largo, you'd be like, who the hell are they? They've not actually been introduced yet, but they are part of our squad. Rosie is a shock trooper. Her real name, Bridget Stark, but she goes by Rosie. And Largo Potter is a lancer, who uses, like, their lances, like you would think. Like, lances do piercing damage in most games. They do piercing damage here, but they're rocket launchers instead of actual, like, sticking things with a sharp lance. I think it's really cool, like, how they adapted a more medieval weapon into a modernized it. I love it. I love it. Or wait, no, but we can, like, we go Alicia, we can be like, okay, so she's using the Galleon 1. We don't have any other guns to give her, but that is what she's using. And we could go down the line, like, if we had a better machine gun to give shock troopers, we could do that. And same thing with lances. And then Welkin has a gun for now too, but he's the tank commander, so he doesn't really use a gun anymore. We're gonna exit the barracks. And we're gonna go to the command room, choose the members of Squad 7 who will fight in combat. Now this, I think they might, yeah.
It's good to see you doing the rounds. Welcome. This is the command room. Use it to structure your squad. You will have access to both drafted and volunteer recruits. Now that I think of it, Squad 7 is still short on soldiers, isn't it? I'll explain how this works. This is the master list. The recruits have all been assigned classes based on their talents. I should probably touch on the 5 classes, just so we're clear. First off, you have the scouts. Just like the name suggests, they'll be your eyes. Their best asset is their mobility. They can go out, collect intel, then make it back safely. That, and a keen eye for enemies. A good scout can spot a man in tall grass from 100 yards. That comes at the price of firepower. Their job is spotting enemies, not taking them out. Next up, the shock trooper. They're the ones to break through enemy lines and clean up. They offer excellent offense and defense. As far as combat goes, they're as good as it gets. While they lack any specialized techniques, they also don't have any obvious shortcomings. Think of them as the least finicky unit in your squad, Lieutenant. After them, we have Lancers, then anti-tank units. They're critical when facing armored targets. Their purpose is pretty self-explanatory. In most cases, they're the only way to stop a tank. They're also well shielded from explosives, which conveniently includes tank mortars. Sadly, they're slow and weak to gunfire. Their limited ammo could also be called a drawback. Changing gears, we have the Engineers. They handle supplies and perform combat support. They can restock other units' ammunitions, treat the wounded, even repair tanks on site. They can place sandbags for cover, disarm mines, repair towers, you name it. Their actual combat skills are very low. Think of them as combat facilitators. Lastly, we have the Snipers. They can shoot down targets from a considerable distance. You won't find better soldiers for marksmanship and range. They can hit targets I can barely see. Sniping rifles also come with scopes that work to augment a sniper's natural eyesight. Drawbacks include low mobility and defense. If the enemy gets them alone, they're done for. That should cover the basics. Go ahead and put a squad together now. There's room for 20, and you can swap units at any time.
Alright, so that's a rundown of all the classes, and you'll see we got a bunch of names and faces. They all kind of have little quirks to them, and you can see how many, like, we got 2 snipers, a bunch of scouts, a bunch of shock troopers, a few lancers, and a few engineers. And they all have something, like they all show their level, their HP, and there's also little things with a P. I don't know what the P stands for, but they're like traits. We can go to potential info, and we get like Nancy Dufour, or Dufour, I don't know. Nancy. She's a scout, 185 HP. She has Meadowbread, Good Buddy, and Bug in a Rug. So Meadowbread, staying in grassy fields, helps relax, enhancing defense. So if I'm in tall grass, get a boost to defense. Good Buddy, being around close friends, makes even the battlefield a little cheerier, boosting attack. And you can see on the likes, that's to friends. So if Nancy is deployed next to Ted, Montley, or Emily, or Emile, then Good Buddy will proc, and she'll get a boost to attack. And Bug in a Rug, cozy places like trenches seem calming, and give a boost in attack power. So I'm going to cut away, because this could take a little while, just going through all these, and I will go over our full squad once I am done.
Hey, I'm Oscar Baylor. Thanks for taking me on board.
Haynes Salinger, reporting for duty, sir.
My name's Carl Lanzett, sir. It's a pleasure to join you.
I'm Edie Nelson. Perhaps you've heard of me. I'm sure we'll get along swimmingly. My name's Ramona Linton. Good to be on board, Welkin.
My name's Hector Calvi, sir. I'm at your service from today on.
The name's Vice Engelbard. Let's go kick this war in the teeth.
Salinas Milton, at your service.
Hey there. I'm Ika Thompson. I'll try my best. Sound good, Welkin?
I'm Nochi Wordsworth. Hi.
I'm Hermes Kissinger. With me here, your squad will get twice the girls.
Hello, sir. My name is Nadine. I'm sure I'll be coming to you for help.
Alright, so you just saw everyone who was recruited with their, introduction little thing that they say whenever you put them in. We have 5 slots left. We don't need to fill all of them right now. I just went through, got some people, and more of them will come. Like, as we progress through the game, we can come back here and we'll have more units in here to pick from. But, we got Alicia, we got Hermes Kissinger, or we'll just go through scouts. We got Alicia, Hermes, Nos, Ramona, and Ika. For shock troopers, we got Rosie, we got Salinas, Hans, Vise, Edie, and for Lancers, we got Largo and Hector. For Engineers, we got Carl and we got Nadine. And we have Oscar for our Sniper. Oh, we have to have all 20? Alright. Alright. Let's grab the other Sniper.
Marina Wolfstan, at your command.
Let's grab... let's grab Nils.
I'm Niels. Niels Darden. I'll see you on the field.
We'll grab... Do we have Dorothy? I don't think we have Dorothy. I can't remember. We'll grab... Anyone like... People... You like Zaka. I think we have Zaka.
Please, call me Wavy. From today onward, we fight together.
Alright, Wavy. I don't think we have Zaka right now. Melville, Nancy... Oh no, Nancy's like right there. Well, let's just bring Nancy and Ted.
I'm Nancy DeFore. It's so good to meet you.
Thank you, hello. I'm Ted Ustinov, and I've got some great new material for you.
There we go. Okay.
Well, feel like you've struck a balance? Come back anytime you'd like to adjust your squad. As time passes, we'll have more recruits to choose from, so keep an eye on that list. Oh, and all the recruits go through training together, so they're all ready for combat. They'll be at the same level as the rest of the team you've taken into the field. You can swap out members without the worry of losing the benefit of their experience. Trust in your own judgment and pick a team you know you can work well with. That should be enough to get you started. You can figure out the rest as you go.
Wow. Squad leader's a lot of responsibility. Come to think of it, Valdio's heading up Squad 1, isn't he? I wonder if he's off sorting through this stuff now, too. I'd better get a move on.
Alright, so that's the command room. Then we go to training field, because as the commander mentioned, she mentioned about experience not being, like, character-specific, but an entire class.
Welcome to your worst nightmare. I'm the guy who's gonna whip you lazy blobs into shape. Still, I can't work miracles here. No amount of drilling beats real combat experience. I want you all to go out there, kick some imp tail, and then show me what you learned. I will train that experience into something you can actually use. Level you bums up. But, don't go trying to hog all the glory. A squad's a team, and we got no need for stars. You will train as a class, and level up by class. Scout level 2, Scout level 3. You get it? When the scouts level up, that means each and every one of them goes up that level. You hear me, maggots? Any of you think he's better than the rest of the team, go home now! All right. Now I'll show you lowlives how this whole thing actually works. It ain't complicated. First you go out there and fight, then divvy up that experience here. Once the experience you cram into a soldier class clears a set amount, it'll level up. Picking which class to level up and when is your job as the squad leader. Now give it a go. Train all you want. I've got all day.
Alright, so we just pretty much put experience in.
I got no use for tears. Sweat, sweat, sweat.
It'll show you, you know, the numbers show how much experience is needed for the next level.
Good work, maggots. You're one level closer to human.
And I'm actually going to give 2 levels to Scout, because Scouts are very, very important in this game.
You're better than this. Push those limits. Good work, maggots. You're one level closer to human.
And I'll give Shock Troopers... We can do multiple at a time as well. I really like snipers. Snipers is one of my favorite in this game. And let's get everyone up to at least 2.
I got no use for tears. Sweat, sweat, sweat. Good work, maggots. You're one level closer to human. Looks like that session beat a new potential out of the Lancers. Looks like that session beat a new potential out of the snipers.
Okay, so no one else can level. So we're gonna leave.
Got it? That's how training by class works. Now get out there and rack up some experience. Oh, and there's one more thing to add. Sometimes leveling up a unit class will unlock a hidden potential in them.
And that's what he meant by the Lancers and Snipers unlocked a new potential. He'll go over that here in a second.
You can think of potentials as the natural abilities your soldiers have inside them. Those abilities will form a big part of your strength in the field, so keep them in mind. Other times, leveling up a class will earn you clearance for a new order.
Oh, no, it just dawned on me. The P, you know, I was talking about on the different people, like Nancy had like field grown or like allergies and, you know, things like that. Those are potential. So snipers and lancers should have another one, because not all of them had all 4, you know. So there's that. I was gonna go over new orders.
Here, as long as we're talking about it, I'll teach you a classic, a real golden oldie.
So we learned evade boost. This order raises one ally's evasion skills.
Orders are special commands you can give out as the squad leader. They can save your tail. It doesn't take a genius to see that leveling up your soldiers is the best way to beef up your squad. The soldiers will get stronger, and you just might unlock new potentials and orders. All that just from me working you sorry bums into the dirt. I just hope you maggots are ready for a real workout the next time I see you here.
Alright, so that is the training field. Next up, we're gonna go R&D facility. I apologize that this is gonna be the episode. I probably won't do all this with you guys. I will probably stop in here from time to time, and maybe I'll update you on things, but most of the time, this is gonna be off-screen stuff. But I want to show you everything that is done here. So, and that's gonna take up the whole episode, so I apologize for that. But R&D facility.
Welcome to R&D, man. What can I do you for? Huh? Wait, I know that insignia. You're Lieutenant Gunther, aren't you? I knew it! Man, I've heard about you. That evacuation at Brule was just... wow! Protecting a tiny life in the middle of all that slaughter? Man! Oh, Lieutenant, you're good people. You get all my respect and then some, bro.
What's going on, Leon? I could hear you from clear across the hangar.
Oh, Casey, check it out! It's Lieutenant Gunther! He's the man!
Sorry about him, Lieutenant. He's like this all the time, I'm afraid. But where are my manners? I'm Kreese Cherney. I'm training here as a mechanic.
Oh, and I'm Leon Schmidt, but just call me Leon, bro. I'm your boy.
So, Lieutenant Gunther, what brings you down to R&D today? We do work here on weapons development, making upgraded weapons and equipment.
And that includes rifles and machine guns. We can even soup up your tank. Of course, research expenses aren't cheap.
With rifles and other firearms, we'll mass-produce new models as they're developed. You won't have to worry about making enough for your squad. We'll outfit them.
For tanks, you can upgrade the baseline performance of the body itself, or develop optional parts that you can add on to tweak out its specs.
Right. You can choose which optional parts you want in the tank equipment section. Come in anytime and make adjustments based on the needs of the operation at hand.
Alright, so about outfitting tanks. Development work on tanks happen in the form of body enhancements, tread and weak point improvements, and attack support. Body enhancements mostly reinforce the gun barrel and body armor to improve its base stats. Tanks will automatically be given the best body type you have developed. You decide whether to favor attack or defense, and altering body types gives you a tank, or gives your tank a different outward appearance. Wait, did I miss something? I think I missed something on accident. Oops, sorry. Something about their abilities, and each part has a set size in blocks. You decide how to fill the 4x3 block storage capacity in the Edelweiss. Pick the optional parts that best fit your own personal combat style. So it's kind of like, well, I'll show you. Outfitting tanks. You go to change parts. That we got a grid over there, and each part we buy is gonna be kind of like a puzzle piece. We gotta fit them together, and that will determine, you know, how much we can do. But this is pretty much where we're gonna be sending the cash. You know, experience is for the training, cash is for weapons and others. So rifles are like an accuracy boost.
Here you go, bro.
And let's see if we can at least get the first boost for all of our weapons. Alright, so we can't do anything with grenades. We can upgrade our uniform. It's defense +1. Can do anti-blast armor for the Lancers. And that looks like all we can do in terms of our foot soldiers. Well, we can go to the Edelweiss, do body enhancements. Let's reinforce the barrel. And you see, that's where some big money drops. And let's reinforce armor. And then we have 500 left, but we can't actually afford the radiator or the spare tread upgrade. Or the sight upgrade. So, that is all we got there. And I believe, yeah, sight upgrades attack support. And I don't think that gave us any parts. Yeah, we didn't get any parts for what we just did. So I can't really show you the puzzle piece thing. But eventually.
We're working here around the clock to make possible tomorrow what's out of reach today. Come again a little later. We'll do our best to have something useful for you by then.
Yeah, you better come back soon, bro. I am all fired up to work on stuff for you.
You also unlock the new tiers of those, like you saw there are a bunch of question marks, by purchasing and leveling up your units. So like whenever we're maybe like level 5 for scout, we unlock even more upgrades that we can go down, and they'll eventually like branch off into subsections and whatnot. But that would be the barracks and all the outfitting stuff. Headquarters tab, or headquarters is the entire name of it. So about headquarters on the Galleon Militia's base, you can use the experience points and funds you've acquired to battle to train your troops, higher levels, or develop new weaponry. Swapping might before combat or after an operation, once you've acquired more resources, is a good idea. On the menu with the F button and pick headquarters from the tab select menu to visit the base of facilities. As you progress through the game, new destinations around the base will become available to you as well. So we're gonna call it there. Next episode we'll check out what else is around here and get into some battle. Again, I apologize there was no actual combat in here, but we met some new characters and we learned how a lot of the functioning stuff is going to work. So again, hope you guys enjoyed, and I will see you all next time.